Tim Collins will come in today. I'm down in the offices of Waid Harbison, the chairman of the Cullman County Republican Party. Waid, I've talked to you a couple of times over the last week or so. The topic has been campaign signs, defacing, they're disappearing, they're being knocked over. I know you've got some thoughts on it. Can you share them with us?
Yeah, Tim, and thank you for coming by. I do appreciate it. This is something, like you said, happens a lot of times in elections. I've been involved in the Republican Party here for almost 10 years now, and it's crazy to say that, but been involved for about 10 years now. But this is something we have seen in a lot of election cycles in the past before. I think it's ramping up a little bit. I think I've seen a little bit more activity with this. And I know we have some very contested and heated primaries, and really what I want to say, Tim, is from the Republican Party standpoint, as chairman of the Republican Party, this is not something at all we endorse, support. In fact, we're encouraging people to not do this. And the thing is, I think it's great, Tim, because we have some of the best candidates running in this primary. I genuinely think we've got great candidates all the way up and down the ballot, but people need to be respectful of the other people in the campaign. These guys are working hard. They're going out there. They're trying to, get votes and support. And, really, Tim, to me, voters have the opportunity on election day to go pull the lever and decide who they want to vote for. So if they don't agree with what a candidate is doing or stands for or believes in, they don't like what they're doing or something they're doing in office right now if they're an incumbent, they have the ability to go vote, and they have the ability to go work and get for some people. But really, Tim, what we would encourage people to do is be positive for someone they like rather than be negative for someone that they don't like. So if you like somebody else's campaign, you like their style, you like what they stand for, please get involved with those candidates. Go help them put up signs. Go help them work. But there is absolutely no place for tearing down signs, dismantling signs, saying anything negative about each other. There's really no room for that, Tim.
Well, it goes beyond signs. There's been dialogue on social media. I've heard people talk in person to me.
Sure.
And it's like a football game. Their team, their candidate is better than the other one, and the other team candidate really is awful.
Tim, that's one of the other things too. As chairman of the Republican Party, one of my goals is to bring civil discourse back into politics a little bit, especially here on a local level. And let me tell you, the Republican Party.
Hold on. What is civil discourse? Okay.
I'll go into that here.
Okay.
So, civil discourse is just really respecting each other, respecting the other person's ideas, their concepts, everything like that, respecting them as a person and hearing them out, hearing their side of the story without getting negative, without getting personally attacked or offended by something. Really, Tim, it should be about issues and not the person. It's not about do you like this person, do you not like this person, what personal things has this done. It's not a personal attack. It should be a debate over the issues, and you should be respectful of the other person. And so Ronald Reagan was the best person at that, going back to the 1980s. But, as a Republican Party, Ronald Reagan is really the figurehead of the Republican Party, the modern Republican Party. Everybody believes in the same morals and values and principles that Ronald Reagan believed in. But as much of his legacy as all of that was, and, lower taxes and growing the economy and, Second Amendment rights and everything like that, more so of his legacy was about civil discourse, because Ronald Reagan disagreed with his opponents all the time. He had people in Washington like Tip O'Neill was the Speaker of the House. He was a Democrat. He was, leading the opposition to Reagan, and he believed in everything Reagan didn't. He was one of the most liberal Democrats there was, and they completely disagreed on the issues. But Ronald Reagan respected him. They were friends outside of the workplace. So when they went home, they appreciated each other. But Ronald Reagan spoke highly and favorably of Tip O'Neill all the time because he respected Tip O'Neill being a public servant. He respected his service in office. He respected what it took to go out there and try to work and try to put ideas forward. So that's what we need to do, Tim, here locally, is respect each other, because it takes a lot to step up and run for public office. And it may seem very, very easy when you're sitting on the sidelines or on Facebook or Twitter to slam these guys, but they're putting themselves out there. They know that they've got to put their whole personal life on display. They know they've got to go out there and work very hard to win people's votes. And we need to respect them for stepping up at all, because there's a lot of people who won't even take the time to step up and try to make a difference. So we've got to realize that we're all on the same team here. We just have some different ideas, some different thoughts, some different management styles, but we're all on the same team here, and we've got to respect each other when we're talking to each other. Keep it to the issues, and let's stop being so personally negative against each other.
Well, I totally espouse what you're saying, and I agree with it. My question to you, as the chairman of the Republican Party here in Cullman County, you're not all powerful. You can't wave a wand or give an injection to fix this, but
that's right.
You can offer guidance, leadership, and some advice. So what's your bottom line advice on all this?
Well, Tim, the thing is really, it's got to be about the issues again, talking about what these people are going to do in these offices, because at the end of the day, these guys are running to go do a job. and we need to be concerned about what kind of a job are they going to do. So what are they going to vote on when they go down there? What do they believe in this issue or that issue? Because they're going down to do a job in Montgomery or do a job at the courthouse or wherever that job happens to be at. So that's what we need to be talking about right here, but we cannot get negative against each other. So I would just, anybody that's out there listening to this video who is passionate about your candidate, and you should be passionate about your candidate, but be passionate about the issues and be respectful of other people who are also passionate about their candidates. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to not all be on the same page. That's what makes us good. That's what makes us strong, is having different viewpoints, Tim. So I think it makes us better and stronger, but really respect the other people, respect the person. These are people that live in our community. They go to our churches. They are in all our civic clubs and organizations, Tim. These are people that live in our community with us. These are not some kind of celebrities or far off people. They're our neighbors. And so we've got to treat them with respect and do that in a solid manner.
It makes sense. And I think we should point out that you are putting out as a party very sophisticated, deeply researched videos of each of the candidates. You haven't left anybody out.
The Cullman County Republican Party, for the first time, we're doing a voter education campaign during the primary election because we want to highlight the differences between this candidate, because all these candidates have different ideas, they have different approaches, they have different ways to do things. So we have sat down with all of the candidates running for office, Tim, from our state senator candidates to our legislative candidates in the House District 9, 12, down to the probate judge, the sheriff, county commission races. We've asked these guys all the same questions, and we've let them come up with their own response and different answers. So people are going to be able to see what the questions were and what the answers were, responses were, without any media bias or anything like that. Just to hear it directly from the words of the candidate. And we're also doing some town hall meetings, Tim. April 12th, 26th, and the 10th, we're going to be doing 3 town hall meetings, asking them some of the same questions, letting voters get in front of them and hear that themselves. We're going to be doing some ads, question and answer kind of ads. So we're really highlighting the differences in these candidates, and we want people to see those and pick who you think would be the best person. But again, going back to being respectful and having civil discourse in doing so.
Civil Discourse with Waid Harbison. I like the plan. I think we can all benefit from turning the emotional body down a little bit and being sane.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.